Hey everybody, I'm Grace and today is Wednesday, October, what, October? No, it's not October. I wish it was October, then it'll be cold. It's not October, it's August, August 24th, and this is my podcast. So please go get something hot to drink or something cold to drink depending on what you want since it is really hot outside, and some craft, and let's have a little friendly chat. First off, I would really like to say thank you to everybody for such wonderful feedback that I got. I got such kind words and some really encouraging things that people said to me about what I'm doing, and that they'll be coming back, and people shared and people mentioned me, and it was just so wonderful, and it made me feel very loved and just like I'm doing something good and I'm doing a good job, and it's very encouraging. So thank you very much. I really appreciate it. So the first episode, I mentioned the different kinds of segments that I would be having, which is your typical knitting podcast segments. You have knitting, you have finished objects, you might have spinning, you might have baking, you might have all this other kind of stuff. And then as the time went on, I realized that I had more ideas for segments. So I thought I would include maybe what I'm reading right now or what I'm listening to, just because, just because I love to read and I love to listen to audiobooks, and it's really fun to listen to audiobooks while you knit, and it's really great. So I'm gonna include that in this week's podcast, and yeah, so that's cool. Moving right along into some knitting action, because that's what everybody wants to see. I know that's what I want to see. I would want to see. Going back to, in my amazing bag, my uccaneer shawl. I realized that last time I had my sweater in this bag, but I took a little road trip to Houston yesterday to see my parents and have a dental cleaning, because that's important. And I wanted to bring this instead of my sweater, so I just threw everything in here, and there it is, and it fits so nicely. So I've been working on this. It's been really great. I'm making lots of progress. I came to the blue stripe, the second blue stripe. Then we have the big stripes, and then we're gonna have little baby mini stripes on the end. And I was about 4 rows into the blue stripe when I completely ran out of the blue color, the button jar color from Madeline Tosh's Unicorn Tales thing. So I was like, okay, no big deal. I'm gonna go look on a website. I'm gonna go find it somewhere. And as far as I am able to tell, I think that color has been discontinued, which is very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. But that's okay. You know, you gotta have a Tim Gunn moment, because for all those Project Runway fans out there, like myself, gotta have a Tim Gunn moment and make it work. So I thought to myself, you know, I have a bag full of Madeline Tosh bits and ends from various other shawls upstairs in my room. I can just go upstairs and pick a different color or different colors in case I run out of other colors that I have now, and just have totally different colors, and that's totally okay because it's a design element and I'm gonna make it work. So we do have a little bit of blue, but now I have brought in this wonderful shade of purple, and I believe I got this yarn while I was doing a study abroad not this summer, but a year ago now. I was doing a study abroad in France, and I was in France for 10 weeks. I was in Grenoble, which is in the south of France, for 4 weeks, and then I was in Paris for 5 weeks after that. And then I had a week of traveling with my mom and sister, and it was the best thing ever. Anyway, so in Paris, I found a yarn store. I found 2 yarn stores, and they're connected. And they were just so amazing. One of them was the tea shop, and it was really great. I got to meet a lot of really amazing people, and it was so much fun. I will include links to their websites in my show notes. But anyway, I got this yarn there. I mean, it's nothing special, obviously. It's metal and tosh. You can get it in the States. You can get it overseas. But it is special because I did get it there. This is the Sugar Plum colorway. And I think that's focused. Yeah, there we go. And I'm trying to remember what shawl I made with this. I don't remember. I think it might be actually from the same designer who did this, but I don't remember. I'll look that up and I'll include it in the show notes. So yeah, I'm just plugging along, and these little stripes are a lot smaller than the big ones, which is really nice, so they go really quickly, and they're like, I'm almost done with this shawl, I can power through to the end. So that's really wonderful. It's very motivating. So I have this purple. I do have, where's the yellow? Do I have the yellow with me? No, I don't. Where is the yellow? Reaching over here to my other stash. This is in the corner that you can't see. So I have a little bit of yellow. Or Edison bulb, and this is definitely not going to be enough. Oops. This is definitely not going to be enough to finish off the yellow stripe, and I realize that, which is kind of a bummer, but that's okay. So what I'm thinking about doing is finishing off with the purple, finishing this yellow out, and then throwing this beautiful dark purple in the mix, which I realize on camera these colors looks more like Halloween-y colors, but in person it looks really, really great. I don't remember what this color is. This is nothing special. Here, focus. There we go. I got this from Jimmy Bean's, nothing special, but I did make my Exploration Station by Stephen West out of this color and 3 other colors, so which I might show you at some point. So that'll be cool. I have plans. Then there's one more neutral color, and in case I don't have enough, I'm going to be throwing this in, which is Whiskers, and they're pretty similar, so there won't be that much of a change, which is kind of a bummer, but that's okay. I mean, there's no fault of the pattern, it's no fault of anybody but my own, so. And I actually kind of like this color combination. So, yeah. That's what is currently like my main knitting project right now, just because it's like I'm so close to the end. I'm so close, and then I can weave in the ends, and then I can block it, and then I can wear it. It's just so much fun. What is also very, very fun, having a little slight sidetrack. Tomorrow, Sam and I are having our engagement pictures taken, which is super fun. And because I have taught Sam how to knit, and he's making a scarf right now, our photographer lady would like to have both of us knitting, or I would also really like that as well. Both of us will be knitting at some point during the pictures, and so I might take this to work on in those pictures, which would be super cool. So that's Buccaneer. The second thing that I'm working on is kind of in hibernation right now, solely because this is more of like a summery knit. It's knit with cotton yarn. It is, I'll tell you the yarn after I show you what it is. So this is Wisteria by Amy Christoffers, which is another Amy Christoffers pattern. I can't tell, I really like her stuff. So this is the back of the sweater. It's really great. The lace is very pretty. I can't tell if that is focused. Yeah, that is focused. There we go. It's very easy to memorize. It's just like, I think it's a 8-row pattern. but I have it written on like a post-it note thing, so I have it if I need it, so I don't have to carry around the entire pattern. This is the back. Obviously it's knit in pieces and then you seam it all together, which I haven't done one of those in a long time, and I always really enjoy being able to seam everything together, and then it's just like poof, pieces become one, becomes a sweater, and then you can wear it. Also buttons are a lot of fun too, which has nothing to do with seaming, but for some reason I always associate seaming with buttons. I don't know why, but that's okay. Knitting is knitting, right? So I have started the first front, and clearly I have gotten so much progress done. No, I really haven't. It just because other things came up and I wanted to knit on other things. Also, ribbing and a garter stitch edging is so boring, but that's okay. I just need to get over it and just do it. What normally, because yay for second sock syndrome and second sleeve syndrome and second side syndrome and all those other kinds of syndromes, I don't like doing one thing and then the other thing, because I'm just like, I want to get this done because I want to move on to other fun things. Normally I'd be knitting the fronts at the same time, but because I have two different dye lots, I have to knit with two different balls of yarn at the same time, and just doing that and knitting two fronts at the same time would just get so complicated. I decided it'd be easier and I would just spare myself the headache and knit one side at a time. I'm gonna try and do the sleeves though both sleeves at the same time though, just because this sweater needs to end, because also the summer is ending, so it just needs to be done. And it's just such a tingly mess, and it's just like, that's okay. So this is the, move this little price tag. Let's find a better one so it won't be in the way. There we go. This is the Barocco Corsica yarn, and it is 90% cotton, 10% cashmere. So it's really nice and lightweight. It's very flowy. It drapes nicely. Every time I hear people say that they're gonna knit an entire sweater out of cotton or a yarn that is like mostly cotton, I get a little worried, just because cotton does have a tendency to sag really quickly, and then you get a really saggy sweater and you put in all this work and it's just like, oh. If that's the look you're going for, that's great, but most of the sweaters that I would be knitting, I wouldn't want that to happen to. But because of the cashmere and because of what the sweater is supposed to look like, I think it will not be a problem at all. So, and because of the state of Texas and the state of the weather in Texas, it will stay hot until at least the end of September or October, maybe. Fingers crossed not though, because I want the cold weather to come. I want it so badly. Yes, I really do. So that is what I've been knitting. I have been, so moving on to what I've been reading, because yay books. I haven't been reading this book a whole lot. I haven't really read a whole lot in it. I'm right there, but I haven't read it in a while. But I have had this book on my Goodreads list for the longest time, and then I finally found it in Barnes & Noble like a month ago or something like that, and I was like, I have to get this book. I haven't seen it anywhere, and now I finally found it and I want to read it so much. It's called Lunch in Paris, A Love Story with Recipes, and it just looks like a really cute read, and then it also has recipes in here. So there are fun things like, if you're into this thing, this doesn't particularly sound good to me, but that's okay. Whole fish baked in sea salt, and there's some ratatouille. There's pasta with fresh peas, arugula, and goat cheese. That does sound kind of good. Ooh. Zucchini flour stuffed with goat cheese and mint. So they're very flowery, fancy, and also very French recipes, which is very fun. And then there's a second one that is the sequel to it, and I don't remember what it's called, but it's like after this girl ends up getting married to whoever she finds, and then they have kids, and then they travel around, I think, which sounds like, I also have that one as well. I think my mom is reading it. Because of my study abroad and also because of my major, I had to pick a language or a country to focus on. I ended up picking French. I picked France and I studied French, and I ended up with the French minor. And so France is very special to me. I really like Europe in general, if you couldn't tell by my mug. So yay. I love traveling there. I would travel there anytime, any opportunity I could get. But yes, so this is that. And I will continue reading it, and I will let you guys know what I think. So that's fun. Also, so you're probably wondering, I said today is Wednesday. Today is in fact Wednesday. I'm not lying about that. But because I have a very fun weekend planned, my family is going to Dallas. My dad and my two brothers are going to be doing a bike race in Wichita Falls. And so my mom, my sister, and myself, and my brother-in-law, but not really my brother-in-law, because he won't be doing what we're going to do. We're going to go and we're going to have wedding makeup trials, which is really fun. We're going to figure out what kind of makeup I'm going to do for my wedding. And my sister is really good at that kind of stuff, so she'll be doing my makeup for my wedding, which is really special to me. So that's really cool. So I'm recording this now so I can upload it, or I can edit it and upload it so it's all ready for you guys to see on Saturday, because that's what I'm going to try and do. I'm very scatterbrained right now. I didn't write this down in my show notes, so I'm kind of like this and this and this and this and this. Upload on Saturday. I'm going to try and upload on Saturdays so you can have a podcast to watch on Saturdays. And then I'm going to try and blog on Mondays and Thursdays. And yeah, so that'll be good. And then throughout the week on Instagram, because that's always an ongoing thing. Also, in the cookbook that I got from my sister and brother-in-law for graduation, I made the Rice Krispie treats recently, and that was so much fun. And thankfully, Sam recorded some of it for me, and so I have some really great footage that I will include on the end of this. And I'll just stop this here, also because my camera's about to run out of battery again. I'll just leave this here, and thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next Saturday. Bye!